I was playing football back in those days. We had a football team, and Big John Adams had a Philo hat that he wore every time to practice, and I wanted one of those hats. And he told me the only way I could get one of those hats was to be a Philo. So I became a Philo because of my hat.
I think the thing with me with the Philos was brotherhood. There was a very diverse crowd, whereas the other groups were all kind of one-dimensional. We had a very diverse group. It was fun watching the interaction, learning that even people as diverse as we were, we could have a common goal and work together towards a lot of things, and we ended up doing that. So it was good brotherhood, leadership, vision. It really did play an integral part in a lot of where I went after I left Erskine.
I rushed Philo because I liked that everybody in the society was pretty confident and everybody had their own personality and it wasn't a group of people that were all the same.
Well, I decided to rush Philos at that time because it was the most active on campus, had the most fun, and just basically a good chance to become involved in things at Erskine. Well, I think one of the biggest things that I learned in being Philos is how to care for others, how to work together, and how to just make the best opportunity of fellowship and friendship.
The sophomore class had a lot to do with it. Sophomore Philos, very compatible personalities, and just got along with them and decided Philos were the right choice.
They are awesome people, and I really wanted to get in to know some more people on campus, and we all just shared a lot of comments. Someone told me I was a Philo freshman year.
Who's that?
I can't remember.
Who told you?
Told me that I was a Philo and I needed to rush Philo, and I listened.
A bunch of my friends were rushing, and they were really encouraging me to rush.
Those three, they were the biggest Italians in campus at the time. And a lot of my friends were already Philos, and they just couldn't help but to join.
I rushed Philos because all of my best friends were doing it, and it was a brotherhood. And the guy sold it to me very well. And so I couldn't resist. Also, I didn't want to be a youth.
For the brotherhood, got suckered into it at first. I didn't realize what I was getting into, but then all my friends started doing it, and there's a big group of us. We had 11 in my rush class.
I'm a legacy, and also, just cool people like Chris.
Yeah.
Are rushing with me.
Because I would have to say is where all the cool guys were.
The main reason I rushed was I enjoyed the people I was with. When I came before visiting, most of the guys I met were Philos, and just a great group of guys.
You know, it was a great group of people and a sisterhood, and they were always together and having a good time, and it was just a tight bond and good friendships, and I wanted that while I was here.
Well, frankly, the Philos were the cool kids on campus when I got here, and I wanted to join the cool kids, and I wasn't one of them, but they still let me in. So.
Really, there were some good guys that lived on my floor and lived in Presley, and I just got to know them well when I found out that they were Philos, and they knew how to throw good parties, and they seemed to be intelligent people, so I was attracted to that.
Brotherhood. All my friends were doing it. I just wanted to be a part of a group of friends that were closely knit.
Well, my dad and brothers were actually Chi, so they wanted me to rush Chi, but all my friends rushed Philo, so I kind of followed that route.
They were a very fun group, they were a very diverse group, and they were a very accepting group and very active on campus.
I guess because my buddies were Russian, and I knew you and you were a Philo, so my friends were there.
Well, I weighed out my options. I actually did. I really did. So it took me a while to figure it out. But why? Probably because, this is going to sound corny, but it's true. They were a little more formal than some of the other groups in their meetings. They were community service oriented, which is a big deal to me. And I just felt like culturally it was the best fit for me. So
the coolest guys on campus, and I remember going in the hall, and the hall is just beautiful. And I remember going across the way and across the road, across the street back then, and it was like I was back in New Jersey. So the Follows were definitely the coolest guys on campus, and they even let me in, so that was nice.
I don't know. I'd heard a lot about it. I've always wanted to be like in a fraternity type thing. I heard Philos was a really good thing. My ex-girlfriend's parents both graduated from Erskine, and they were both Philos as well. So it's kind of like motivation to get on the good side, I guess.
Join the Philos.
Why did I join the Philos? I joined the Philos because of the people who I knew who were already a Philo, and they were similar to who I was, and the belief, if you'll come back in and we had the same personalities and likes and dislikes, and it was just became my embodiment of friends, and now I am still closest friends with the Philos that I graduated with.
Well, mostly for the Follow Men. When I first came here, my freshman year, first semester, I really clicked with all of the senior guys. So they really were a big influence on my freshman year. That's great.
At the time, my roommate, who is Brandon Hansen, who's the Follow treasurer right now, was rushing, and all of the guys that we hung out with were all Follow Men, and I've always believed in that brotherhood. I never had a brother, I only had a sister, so it was really nice to be able to hang out with a bunch of guys and really make something of it.
Just because I'm an athlete, I play baseball here, and a bunch of the other guys in the society were athletes, soccer players and stuff, and so they're my group of people, and they're also really fun to hang out with, so just good friends, and want a place just to hang out with some guys.
Because they were obviously the most diverse group and the most interesting. They weren't all the same.
Honestly, because all my friends did. They rushed in the spring of our freshman year, and I waited until fall of my sophomore year, and then rushed alone.
Because they asked me to.
Okay.
I mean, I know that's silly, but they literally took the time to talk to me and ask me. And so I did.
Oh, sisterhood. Yeah, and having each other's back and networking and socializing. It's all good stuff.
I really like the brotherhood that I saw. I really like the guys. I like the community aspect of it.
I was forced at knife point to do it.